Darius Horatio beckons, an 85-year-old curator that seeks to grade his crew members like an insecure class president. Darius understands that respect is earned, not given, so he bought some at the nearest vending machine before heading out to lower the crew's morale. His first target was botany, where he assumed he could find some low-hanging fruit hippies, smoking weed and skipping class. But when he turned the corner, he was stunned. The botanist had already discovered and started mass-producing Bluespace bananas, a special type of banana that teleports you randomly when slipped on. What the botanist didn't know was that Darius was a Bluespace addict, and once he got his hands on anything that teleports, he won't stop until he's dead, or lost in space. Usually both. Like a scene straight out of Dude, Where's My Escape Shuttle, the last thing Darius would see is the botanist's window opening, before waking up in chemistry, grinding plasma like a gray tighter with all access. The head of security walks in to ask what Darius is up to.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah?
What you making?
Nothing special.
Attention.
Darius proceeds to make the cleanest getaway in Bluespace history. Having used up the last of his potassium portals, he crawls back to botany begging for more like the banana crack baby he is. By this time the botanist understood that he had Darius by the balls, hopelessly hooked and dependent like a fish with Stockholm Syndrome, so he enlisted Darius into doing his dirty work. The botanist wanted the chief engineer's mag boots, so he was either a traitor or a niche foot fetishist. It didn't matter to Darius. He was all about that blue buzz. When the botanist gave him the bag, he knew he wouldn't get more unless he got those boots. So off to engineering he was, to stumble around aimlessly like a boomer on an iPad. He slipped into a room with giant glowing machinery, which made him scared, so he renewed his subscription to InfoWars. And with one simple mistake, he found himself trapped between a wall and a hard place, and another wall and another hard place, before some engineers heard his cries for help and let him out.
Don't teleport into random spots, yeah?
Well, I didn't intend to, was the bold-faced lie that he told him.
I think you've slipped on the Bluespace peel, same as you. Exit that way.
I need some tool. Of course, this was just another bold-faced lie to let him be. He had to get his bearings, because like most spacemen in service jobs, he knew nothing about engineering, nor where to find the mag boots. He stumbles further into engineering, thinking the low atmospheric pressure was normal, completely ignoring the space pirate in the other room and the cannonball that almost killed him. He started disassociating to cope with his trauma, and quickly found what he was looking for. Having calibrated his peels, he gets through every barrier first try. He was starting to get the hang of it, but the task at hand came first, before he can roam freely with his newfound power. He returned to the botanist without a hitch. Surprisingly, he didn't get murdered in the back room. Job well done. It turns out the botanist wasn't a traitor, so you know what that means. Bored, Darius found a use for his plasma by dipping a cigar in it. He handed it to an assistant. They both knew it was up, but losing an arm was worth it. He still had one hand to point and laugh. Using his newfound disassociation skills and the party pizza the chef cooked up, Darius found himself waltzing down the tram rail before being pushed into the lower levels by a crazed musician he pranked earlier. Darius was still badly injured from the plasma blast. After being tossed into an oxygen-less environment, he knew he wouldn't make it much further, so he tucked himself into a cubby to die peacefully.